Not everyone can say they've witnessed a miracle, but Christy Beam certainly can. Her 9-year-old daughter had been suffering from 2 life-threatening chronic illnesses, but after she had a near-death experience, suddenly all her chronic ailments were gone. Christy writes about her daughter's story in a new book called Miracles from Heaven. We're delighted to have Christy here on Talk of the Town to tell us her daughter's story. Actually, it's your whole family's story, isn't it? And it really is a miraculous one. All right, so tell us about Annabelle. What was her condition like before all of this started?
Well, Annabelle, her stomach didn't work, and so she couldn't eat and drink like a normal person, and so she couldn't take things in and process it and it come out. So she was probably on like a level 10 pain scale all the time. Oh, she lived on the couch in the fetal position with a heating pad on her stomach and just struggled.
Just no quality of life at all.
10 medications just to make her system work poorly at best, just struggled.
Yeah. There was one pivotal day in her life where she felt like life wasn't worth living.
She did, and we were in Boston at that time, and she just was hospitalized, and that was one of the 9 times she was hospitalized that year alone, and she just said, "Mommy, I want to die, and I want to go to heaven and live with Jesus where there's no more pain."
I mean, that's just got to be heartbreaking.
Oh, it was devastating.
So your family tries to help her rally.
Yes, and Kevin and the girls talk in the book about how they rescued us and they brought us home, and so we're back at home, and we're just trying to do this crazy life.
Yeah. Yeah, so your daughter takes her out to climb a tree.
Yes, so Abby, the oldest, is quite persuasive and convinces Annabelle to get off the couch that day and come play. They end up climbing a tree, about a tree, just I can't guess how tall it is, it's huge, and they climbed 30 feet in the air, and they were sitting on a branch, and the branch began to give way. And so Abby devised a plan where Annabelle would go in this little indention hole in the tree, and then Abby would get her weight off the branch and begin to help Anna climb down because she was so weak and sick. But Annabelle actually went in the hole and fell head first and went 30 feet. It was entombed in the bottom of the hollowed out cottonwood tree.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and she tells the story, or you tell her story, you know, of actually going to heaven.
Yes.
And then after that time, her chronic illnesses seemed to disappear.
They did, and again in the book we talk about how it wasn't just all of a sudden she came out with like a glowing halo and she was healed. It took time, and it was a progression, but we began to wean her off of one medication after another, and she's totally fine. She's well. She is on 0 medications today.
Wow. She's
not been hospitalized one time for her intestinal disorders since then. She's been cleared by her specialists.
How did the doctors explain this?
They don't know. They can't. One said that he sure was glad she fell inside the tree.
Right.
And then another one said, you know, who am I to say it's not a miracle? They just can't explain it.
You have a wonderful testimony to share, and what's fascinating is that there's going to be a movie now made about your family's life.
Yes.
With Jennifer Garner starring as you.
Oh,
that's kind of cool.
Oh, it is amazing, and she is such a lovely, lovely person, and she's done such an incredible job to give true testimony to the book and to the story, and Sony has just done a phenomenal job.
When's the movie coming out?
March 18th of this year, of 2016.
So right before Easter.
Yes.
That's going to be inspirational.
Yes.
Well, so thrilled to hear that Annabelle's doing well. She's 13 now.
Yes.
And boy, what a story she has to tell.
Yes.
That's great. Congratulations to your family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. What an inspirational book this is. It's called Miracles from Heaven. You can find it in bookstores, and you can watch for the movie in March 2016.